Howdy, Cleo. Joe Hills here, according as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I need some help. I got a friend visiting from London, and I can't tell if my ideas for their visit are going to be good or bad.
Oh, okay. Well, we can do that. I can. You have other British friends? I'm so insulted.
Don't be insulted. Be jealous.
Be jealous.
You could have flown here. You chose not to. You should be regretting your own life choices right now. There's a lot going on here.
I mean, yeah, my life choices are questionable at best, but I've got a project I need doing under the ocean. I'm not trying to murder you, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But my project is deep under the ocean. It's a real thing. It's not just a murder hole.
Okay. Well, I'm cautiously optimistic, and maybe I'll learn something from this experience that will help me avoid getting murdered next month.
Yes, by British people. Yay,
yeah.
Not murdered by British people.
Yay.
Okay, I'll even go first.
You know, as a historian, I actually recognize there is a lot of precedent for being murdered by British people. But, okay.
I mean, rude, but absolutely true.
How low is this in the ravine here?
Oh, as low as you can go.
Okay, Hang
on, I'll come up to the surface.
Okay, I have my HUD off, so I'm just gonna drown now because I didn't realize I was out of air. We are off to what's a British way to say a good start?
A flying start.
A flying
Hi, Joe.
start.
I'm here.
Okay.
You suck at swimming, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. We can't all be, Olympic-level swimmers.
I mean, yeah, that's true. And we go down.
Okay.
Look, it's my murder hole. I mean, not murder hole.
Wonderful. Okay, see, I was down in a ravine back there. This is...
Yeah, there's a ravine under the ship. Possibly avoid that.
Yes, I will make a note.
And down here is where I had one of my many bolt holes during demise. I lived down here for a while.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I had plenty of those too. I think it'll be fun for people when Season 6 Finity finally does end to try and find all of them.
The little bolt holes. Welcome to my not murder hole. See how not murdery it is?
I feel less threatened already.
I mean, you shouldn't, but sure. But this, yes, Dirty Molly, like Green Lake thing. I need to do the walls because I really need to do the walls because they need to be sandstone and not rubbish.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So where would you like this sandstone, Cleo?
Right. Just make like a cave type wall everywhere. Is basically what the plan is, but you don't have to do it all. I'll do most of it, obviously, but
okay.
We'll do your thing and then...
So, you want this to be, naturally rippling and varied?
Yeah.
Not just a plain wall made of sandstone.
I mean, if you do a plain wall, I can do all the natural ripples and variants,
Mm-hmm.
When you're not gone. But at the moment, it just needs, a plain, sheet effect across the wall.
Were you going to round the corners over here, too?
Yeah, it's going to be sort of rounded. There's going to be sort of like a cave thing. There's going to be a giant water spout over here, so I can get the river started. So,
ooh,
yeah. So it's going to have a little waterfall in it as well.
Sounds great.
So yeah, I'm going to start over in this sort of a direction, and I mean we can just sort of go from here. So now that I've got you doing my job for me, which is arguably the best way to get you to do stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm a huge Tom Sawyer fan. That's why people are always getting me to paint fences,
I mean, I probably would if you existed in my country. I'm assuming you exist in my country as a rule.
Yeah, I mean, I've never tried existing there before. I was invited.
Not too bad.
I'll try.
It's a little bad, to be fair, right now.
I'll try anything.
Try
once.
existing here.
Yeah.
That's where your mistake was then.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I should try far fewer things.
That's the problem right now. You exist.
Yeah, it's like somebody. Yeah, I would like to think that my existence is not the root cause of most of my problems. But like that just kind of feels like blaming other people. It's like at a certain point, maybe it's just me. Like,
I mean, we didn't want to say it, like, you know, but yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Thanks.
So,
yeah,
I enjoy giving it to you straight.
Yeah, no, I mean that's good. You know, that's where I need it. So
no one needs it. Me's giving it to them straight. Just gonna tell you that.
Anyway, so I've got a friend visiting the United States for the first time from London.
What, like ever visiting?
Yeah, like they have never visited the United States. Like it's not just their first time visiting me, it's their first time visiting anything. Also, how should I be lighting this as I
mean, don't bother, it's more entertaining to watch you get nailed by creepers.
Oh, okay, I just didn't want your ship or whatever to get damaged.
I mean, try not to damage the ship, but there's loads of water back there.
Okay. So,
if you want to throw down a torch or two, feel free.
Yeah, I'd feel vaguely more comfortable, but
I
my
mean,
vague comfort is not the priority here.
Never has been.
We've learned that a long time ago.
A long time ago, that was a thing.
Yeah.
So, oh dear.
Yeah, so it's my friend's first visit to the United States, and I wanted it to be a good one, but I don't know a lot about what the expectations are of, you know, the British when they travel as a block, basically. Obviously, everyone's going to have their own unique preferences.
I mean, we are a homunculus, effective.
Well, the effectiveness is part of what makes you terrifying.
Yeah, it would be less terrifying as an ineffective homunculus. So that is true.
So, okay.
Okay, what are your plans? Is the question.
Well,
I guess.
So some of it's plans, and some of it's like activities or attitudes.
Should I
like,
not do this?
Is it rude if I insist we both speak English so I can practice in case I visit London?
I mean, we feel more comfortable speaking English, but if you decide you want to practice your Swahili, I don't think that's necessarily insulting. It's just a thing that you do. It's the unique Joe Hills difference.
Yeah, okay. So that was on my list, is how many times should I use the words the Joe Hills difference, and should I have a t-shirt printed with it? But
I mean, I already assumed you had a Joe Hills difference t-shirt, and if you don't, marketing opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was going to be a one-off for my visitor, but you know, I can get creative with it.
I mean, I think if we asked your fans in the comments, do you like a t-shirt with the Joe Hills difference as a tagline?
Oh yeah.
The answer is yes, by the way, Joe.
So, I'm certain.
Just in case we're...
So yes, speaking English.
In case we're sure.
Okay.
Yes, speak some English.
Speak some English.
I mean, some English, enough to make them feel comfortable. They are your guests, after all.
Okay. So one thing we have in Nashville is a full-scale model of the Greek Parthenon.
Yes, you may have mentioned this once or twice.
It might have come up. So I was thinking, like, the British famously love the real Greek Parthenon, but, like, what's a polite way to say, like, please don't steal the Elgin marbles? Because we still have ours.
I mean, to be fair, the British aren't particularly interested in railway marbles because, you know, they're not real. I mean, I guess they're real marbles, but, you know, they're not fictional marbles.
No. They're not like just in the Toy Story universe, they walk around and talk or something.
I would pay to watch that version of Greek history taught by Toy Story. That would be a thing. But
you know, could we make? I mean, you and I don't have the license, but could we make a Toy Story movie set in like ancient Greece, and it's all these like little wooden horse figurines and stuff like that? In like, we could say it during a period of great turmoil, and it's like the kid is a refugee, and I don't know. There's something here.
There is definitely something here. Oh, it's a zombie. Hi, zombie.
Disney, call us.
So, yes, Disney, if you want to license this ancient Greek Toy Story, that is
it won't be
definitely your IP.
Unlike all the other Toy Stories.
Unlike all the other Toy Stories. This is definitely ours. You can't just make this on your own.
No, they wouldn't dream of it. This is
very ethical. It's a very ethical company.
Disney has never taken an old story and modified it
in any way.
No, The Little Mermaid, that was entirely theirs.
Genuine. Jeez. Why do I get the feeling we're going to get sued by the end of this?
Oh, probably because you have really good instincts. Like, you're gonna want to hold on to that. That's just your body telling you exactly what you need to know.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Okay, so
I don't. So, not steal. Please do not steal the Elgin marbles. I mean, your first instinct, where that's a bit rude, because we're British, we have to steal everything. It's kind of part of our DNA. So, but just stating it outright, a little bit rude.
Okay, so like making her promise not to before I park the car would be too much.
A little bit much, because it's in her DNA. She's going to do it, whether if she wants to do it. So,
okay.
You know, you've just got to be prepared for that. It's genetic. It's not our fault. We just steal things.
Okay, so if when we're buying tickets, I ask her to do a fake non-British accent, so the staff aren't worried that she's from the British Museum or anything.
Oh, you might get away with that one.
Okay.
We like to do fake non-British accents.
Okay, so
badly, mostly.
Oh,
but
well,
it's a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to hear your Wells Night impression.
No, all British people doing accents is... No, please stop. That's a bad idea. British people don't do accents.
Fair enough.
Because it just comes off as racist. It just does. It's just how it works.
Yeah, I mean...
British people aren't allowed to do accents. Except American accents. You're fair game.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hugh Laurie seems to do okay.
I mean, so long... Okay, don't do accents badly, if you want me to clarify that a bit further.
Sure.
I mean, we can do accents, but only if they're like, trained, voice coach, that kind of thing.
Oh, when you said trained, I thought you meant like, Thomas was a very hard-working engine, but he was very lazy or something. Like, I can't do it, and I don't know the actual stories.
That's just... I mean... Doesn't someone with a Liverpudlian accent do those stories?
Yeah, it's Ringo Starr, actually. Which I didn't know for the longest time. Like,
I thought so.
That's such a cool job. Like, I want to be a former Beatle. Like, that opens a lot of doors.
You know what, Joe? If you're a former Beatle, I'm glad I know you. That's fine. If you want to be a former Beatle, be a former Beatle. There's no laws that says you can't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, except for, like, impersonation stuff. But,
as long as I don't claim I was a former Beatle to the Queen, I should be okay.
Yes, that's a genuine thing.
Got it.
If somebody says for the Queen, just avoid it. It's going to be ridiculously expensive. Good quality, but ridiculously expensive.
Okay.
So
I can do this.
Can you? Are you sure?
I know, but I feel like projecting confidence is important.
I mean, we're British. We don't do that either.
Wait, you don't project confidence?
No, not really. Confidence is seen as very un-British.
Oh. Well, how do you muddle through the travails of day-to-day life?
I mean, just by quietly nodding to each other, usually.
Like at a concert.
We don't really... we do concerts. We can just sort of nod at each other at concerts, but at the moment... if you're greeting a British person that you don't really particularly want to talk to, and you're just sort of passing by, but you need to acknowledge their existence, you just go, all right? And then... that's not a question. That's not like, oh, I'm fine. That's not an opener. That's just like, yeah, all right. And that's it. That's what you do.
Oh, this is really helpful to know. Not because I've ever met somebody I didn't want to talk to, but because people sometimes don't want to talk to me and I don't know the signs. And this is really helpful. I'm learning so much today.
Are you feeling attacked?
Am I feeling attacked?
Yeah.
No, but that's part of why I'm always excited to talk to people, because I don't realize they're attacking me.
But no, that is a genuine British thing. And the weirdest thing that I've had to deal with at a certain point is, I go to I've spoken to an American and I've gone, all right, and they've launched into this whole kind of, no, this is what's wrong, and this is how I'm feeling right now, and I'm like, okay, this is too much. This is too much. Please, please, please back off. I do not feel comfortable with, one, knowing this much about your life, and two, just having this conversation when I was literally just going, okay, and that was all I was doing. So
Oof.
It's a really bizarre moment of time in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm also like recalling all the times I've spoken to you. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was me like 8 times. Whoops. Sorry, Cleo.
I mean, I still talk to you, so it wasn't that bad, obviously.
Yeah.
So
I try to make my overshares entertaining, at least. They usually have a few zingers in there, some wordplay.
I mean, we're friends, so I mean, I assume. So
I mean, yeah, I've been assuming so too. Like, but that's the thing is, I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, are we just co-workers? Is that what we're here?
Are we colleagues?
Oh, well, that's bad. That's embarrassing if that's the case. Okay, let's just assume we're friends and let's move on.
Okay. So, friend,
friend.
You know,
yes, friend.
I know sometimes people can, like, when they go somewhere new, they can be overwhelmed by like how different the food is. You know.
I mean, I don't think American food is that different.
Oh, okay.
I know people.
Now I feel like I'm being attacked, but thank you.
I mean, everything you can do, we can do the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know people have this thing about British food, and it's like, yeah, no, we've accumulated many different cultures and ethnicities into our cooking, because we're, massive thieves. That's a theme.
Well, I mean, it's not like Robin Hood is one of your most famous fictional characters or anything.
Telling me Robin Hood's fictional?
Oh, wait. Only the Disney version?
No, actually, no. That's Robin Hood is genuinely fictional. I've been to his tree that he didn't use and exist in at all.
Wait.
So,
wait. So if I go to England, I can visit this tree?
You can visit the Robin Hood oak tree, yeah. It's totally a thing that is not historically accurate ever.
Well, that's fine, but okay, see, now I really do need to practice my English.
How will you cope in English society? No, you're.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to insult myself in front of Hugh Laurie. Or, wait.
I mean, are you planning on visiting Hugh Laurie?
I don't know, but apparently I used his florist, according to their website.
What?
So...
You didn't tell me about this bit.
I told you about the Queen bit.
You told me about the Queen bit, but you didn't tell me Hugh Laurie bit. Hugh Laurie bit, by the way, way more entertaining than the Queen buys flowers here.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was looking at the list of celebrities, and...
Oh my god, celebrity...
Well,
right,
okay, once again, I didn't know this when I first ordered. I checked my work later. And so there's this list of celebrities that use this florist, including Amelia Clark and stuff. And I'm like looking at this list and I'm like, this is pretty impressive. But like, who's the least impressive person on this list? Who do I have to be more popular than on YouTube to knock off to get the last slot on this celebrity purchasers of flowers at this place list?
I mean, it's the florist to the Queen. We don't... YouTubers... Are barely allowed to be acknowledged by the Queen.
Yeah.
So, like, I think you're looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah, so all I need to do is be a more popular piece of cultural work than Amelia Clark or Hugh Laurie, and I've got a shot, is what I'm hearing. But it can't be on YouTube. It has to be somewhere else.
I mean, you'd also have to probably be British.
Really?
I mean, or at least, yeah. I mean, if you're buying flowers in the UK, yeah, being British is, you know, we've had a whole thing about how British people are recently. You may have heard about it on the news.
Yes, Cleo, we have the news here, and they criticize the British too. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. I hope they criticize the British as much as we criticize the Americans.
Well, we probably have it covered.
I'm not going to say yes or no because I know a lot of my audience is American.
That's fine. And they're also all better than me, so all of Cleo's American viewers just assume any criticism of America is about my personal failings. I do. I internalize all of it, and that's why I can't sleep at night. So anyway.
I feel guilty.
So Cleo, what I was going to say, well, two things. One, are we out of sandstone? Oh, good, there's another thing.
There's another box. I hope not, because...
Okay, no, I found the other box.
Boxes worth.
So two, taking her to a British pub for, like, you know...
Oh, that'd be hilarious. No. If she's, like, a proper British girl, she'll find that hilarious and then do exactly what I would do, which would be pick out all the flaws.
Okay, so giving opportunity... Creating opportunity... Creating opportunities to point out flaws is a...
In American, yeah.
Okay.
It's a very British thing to do.
Okay, so that would make her feel at home, even though it's not like her home. It's a visit. Okay.
Yeah. It would make her feel comfortable. Bye, creeper. No, actually die.
Not because the food is authentic, but because she has an opportunity to point out flaws. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, we're British. That's what we do.
Okay.
We try and avoid the flaws in ourselves to point them out in other people because we can, and it makes us feel slightly superior. And Brits like feeling superior.
Oh, excellent. Well, then my next suggestion might be seen as a little bit aggressive. So not all of our viewers might know what iron brew is. I didn't know what it was until recently when I took a photograph of the British area of the grocery store and said, what here should I try? And was told to try iron.
But it's made in Scotland from girders.
Yeah, apparently. And it seems to be some sort of carbonated beverage that tastes like chewing on an iron supplement.
Yes!
Is that a fair assessment?
I mean, I hate iron brew. But then I'm not Scottish, so I'm allowed to hate iron brew. It's it is the Scottish beverage, more popular than Coke.
Okay, so if I was gonna say, like, share Sundrop, which I don't know if you've heard me talk about this, but Sundrop is like a grapefruit-derived soda that's from the South, and there's a bottling plant near where I went to high school.
Okay.
It was a beverage designed when it was first conceived to cut moonshine. I don't know. Do you drink a lot of moonshine, Cleo?
No, I do not drink a huge amount of alcohol, particularly alcohol that has been brewed in bathtubs.
Okay, so moonshine doesn't taste good. So if you imagine how difficult it would be to make something that could make moonshine palatable.
Oh, that's not going to go well.
So Sundrop is like the opposite of iron brew, because instead of tasting terrible, it tastes really good. And is that going to be seen as like bragging? Like, look at me, I've got a soda that isn't bad. Or is that an opportunity for cultural exchange?
It's an opportunity for cultural exchange. And also, thank you for doing the wall like this. It looks better than my one. It's okay, my one will be fixed later.
Oh, wait. Were we just making a flat wall?
Oh, no. I mean, I prefer your wall, but sure. I said I didn't. If you listened to the bit where I explained,
I
that you probably didn't show on camera.
You said you were going to improve it later, which is why I've been so lazy with it. This is like way too square and blocky, really. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of work to do with it.
Yes, it is, and I will improve it later. But I'll definitely improve. Also, I need to figure out how to fit our wall and my wall together. Looking at it now.
Well, here's what
I'm gonna work on that.
You know what you could do is turn your wall into some sort of like flat, like get some wool. Dang it, that's a skeleton shooting at me. Get some wool and just like maybe paint a picture like a mosaic on that.
I mean, that is definitely a thing I could do. I'm not going to because I don't have that much time left. So, to get stuff like that done. So, but sure. And I can't fly.
Oh no.
I'm assuming it's because you're here. There we go. Ow, 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 my face, ow.
I'm assuming that was
I'm okay.
That was the flying and not your cat.
That was the flying. Yes, my cat not known for going for my face. I lie. But not whilst I'm not in bed. Let's put it like that. Got to be in bed before she goes for my face.
Gotcha. So yeah, I was hoping to keep this episode clear of bedroom topics, but
I mean, if you think being attacked by my cat is a bedroom topic, I'm fearful. So
yeah, not quite. I think we're still on the right side of the line there. I think.
Okay, good, because that is a line I do not feel like crossing right now.
No, of course not.
Okay.
I
mean, later, maybe.
Yeah, for Hermitcraft After Dark. Hermitcraft or Dark.
I feel very uncomfortable with that as a content.
Well, you know, the thing is, I'm sure Tumblr's already way ahead of us.
Oh, God. Bloody Tumblr.
So, did you know Stephen Colbert was trained as a Tumblr?
I did not.
Yeah. Like, it's amazing that we have such a active fan community that also knows how to roll around.
I mean, they throw themselves into all sorts of bendy shapes, so yeah, it kind of makes sense.
I need to learn how to do that. Yeah, it's like that's a very British sound that I can't do.
It's British ambivalence. That's the thing. You've got to be fairly okay with things, not too fussed. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically apathy as annoyed.
See, the thing is, we don't really have that. We have just like the fussed and the furious.
Yeah, you're not very apathetic, which is, I mean, a lot of people think it's a positive, but you're really enthusiastic. I mean, you, and you're quite British at times, sense of humour wise.
That's more than I would have expected.
But even you don't do apathy. Apathy is an art.
I do other art, you know, like everybody's got to choose their medium.
Yeah, and mine is cynicism. But then I am British. That is what we do here. Keep calm and carry on, even if people are being stupid. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Joe's like,
I'm really trying to not have like an emotional response to this where it's like, but no, if somebody's being stupid, you gotta explain why to them so they can fix it.
But people don't do that. People don't change.
Well, no, people don't change here. It's not a constructive use of my time. But like, I still want to try. I have to believe the world can be better, Cleo.
I do believe the world can be better. I don't think it's going. I am very British right now.
Yeah, I can tell. We're yeah.
So, but bear in mind, we've just gone through a moderate upheaval in which the world is now a terrifying and frightening place. But we have blue passports, so it's fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, I accept that this is not one I'm going to solve on my own. So,
But you've got to try, Joe. You've just explained to me you've got to try. Or is my version of acceptable? These are the questions that we need to ask, Joe.
Yeah.
Am I valid in going? I feel valid.
I think you are valid, Cleo, and I don't think that you need my validation. You stand alone.
I mean, no, but I would like your validation as a friend.
Okay, I get that, and that is something that I can do about the situation, Cleo. Look at me. As an American, I found a way to help the British people, one British person at a time.
You validated my feelings. I feel so... Oh, I'm British, so I can't feel, I can't feel too much about it anyway. I feel ambivalent. There you go. Very British.
Thank you. It's just the more British people I can make feel ambivalent, probably the better. Feel very strongly about two things.
I feel very... I mean, or it's I don't feel particularly strongly one way or the other. That's the other option for ambivalence.
Is that? So, that's actually a different dictionary usage than we would have here. Normally being... that would just be apathy here. That's interesting.
Oh, no, we also...
Ambivalence in America is when you when you feel very strongly about both things that oppose each other.
You see, I'm British. We don't feel very strong.
Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't need that word for that. You would have it free for something else.
Exactly. This conversation went very differently to how you imagined.
No, this is actually... Yeah, but it's actually more educational. Because I was going to be like, hey, we have a Saturn V down in Huntsville I wanted to go see. Like, do you guys have a lot of Saturn Vs?
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely go see that. That'd be cool.
For some of our younger viewers, a Saturn V is a rocket, the type of which was used during the Apollo missions to carry the astronauts to the moon.
Fun and educational.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a full, actual Saturn V rocket in the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama, and it's
that is cool, and that's mostly because I'm a huge nerd, but yeah, that's cool. I like that as a concept.
Yeah,
I would go and see that, and that's really what any British person should be saying.
Excellent.
I would be into that.
I'm feeling more confident about that already. Yeah, because it's really cool. The whole museum is like one giant... in order to accommodate the length of the Saturn V, like, imagine the rocket is laying on its side but suspended from the ceiling. And so the entire length of the museum, like, there's exhibits on both sides, but you're continuously walking underneath the rocket.
That sounds really cool, actually. Is your friend a huge nerd?
Yes. I mean, keep in mind...
Good.
Keep in mind, like...
I mean, it's your friend. I assumed. I just didn't want to presume too much,
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I assumed. Joe Hill's friend, would they be a massive nerd? Yes. Well, yes, they would.
I mean...
That is a thing.
Not everybody who hangs out with me is a massive nerd, but, like, the odds are pretty good.
Like a 90% ratio.
Yeah, I mean... Because, like, if you don't want to hear me talking about space all the time, then you probably figured that out.
In the wrong...
Yeah,
the wrong place, yeah.
Yeah, you had every opportunity to get away.
You knew what you were getting into by this point.
Oh, precisely, yeah.
So, yeah. But to be fair, nerding out about space and stuff is a thing for you. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know, well, then surely at that point it's on them.
Yeah, I want to be a good host. I don't want to be like, expecting that they're going to share every interest I have. But at the same time, like...
you're America. You have rockets.
Yeah.
Already you've got like a massive kind of cultural cachet you can use there. So, no, absolutely. use that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure
Also,
to you know, usher her quickly past any references to Werner von Braun, of course.
Yes, that's very British of you. Deny everything.
I'm halfway there, Cleo.
You're halfway there. You're very British. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
I've been working on this for ages.
I hadn't No, I've just been doing whatever I do, but apparently, whatever I do is good enough. So, that's nice.
I mean, it's a nice feeling to know that whatever I do, I'm all right.
Yeah.
It's fine. I guess.
I appreciate the occasional vindication, but I don't need it. Hey, I'm Joe Hills.
The Joe Hills difference.
Indeed. So, I was gonna ask.
We are actually out.
Yeah, I'm on my last stack here. Do we need to go to the mining?
Okay, I may have underestimated. Yeah, we probably need to go mining.
Okay, yeah. Let me just drop these last 16 of these here.
Yeah, no worries. But to be fair, covered a whole huge chunk.
Oh yeah, this is looking great.
I mean, except for that wall that I did, but I did that, so that's my fault. I'll take the responsibility. So,
well, and if we really want to just, save time, we can just combine the words fault and wall, and we can say that's your Walt.
I feel very attacked right now. Very attacked.
Okay.
Just so we're clear.
Well, here's something that might make you feel better. How do British people feel about rooftop bars? These are all the rage in Tennessee right now. Everybody's like, oh, I have a roof and I have a bar. What if I combine the two? I
mean, I don't think we have particularly strong emotions one way or the other.
Okay,
I mean,
so there's
no more of
big fear of rooftops or anything I need to worry about.
I mean, I'm afraid of heights, so you're asking the wrong person.
Oh,
okay. But ostensibly, no, I don't think there is a massive problem.
Okay, but I also wanted to make sure that they weren't, overdone there. Like, what, Joe, every bar in London has a rooftop. Don't go to a rooftop bar. That's like taking a Tennessee into a waterfall or a cave.
What do you know about our weather?
It is for higher latitude, so don't get a lot of light in the winter, and
what is 50% of our weather?
Cloud cover?
Rain.
Okay. I almost got there.
You almost got there. But yeah, no, we're really heavily raining. We don't exactly do rooftop bars.
Okay, so this would be like a nice, local treat then. Not something where it's we don't do those because the Romans did them and we hate Rome, or I don't know, dude. I don't know what
that's exactly what I've been saying.
My concern is I don't know what the things are, like where the where the gaps are.
No, it's a fact of we don't do rooftop bars because we have rubbish weather.
Oh, okay. So cool.
So
sorry about your weather, but that's my gain, I guess. So, Cleo, that's a lot of the things I was thinking about doing. I have a few more, but before we move on, are there any things that you think of or that you've known people who visited America where you're like, oh, well, you have to do that while you're in America?
I mean, considering I'm actually going to America recently, me and my sister have been thinking about that thing a lot. And to be honest, it's the thing that the things that you probably take for granted, as in visiting a Denny's, is what we want to do because we don't have those sorts of things. So, or an IHOP or stuff like that, like the weird things that you just take for granted.
Is IHOP not actually international? Do you not actually? It's supposed to be International House of Pancakes. I just assumed it was everywhere.
No,
I did take that for granted.
See, I told you. But we don't have those things. We don't have diners. Mm-hmm. Diners are not a thing that is in the UK common perception because they just don't exist.
Okay, so diners. Okay.
Yeah, I mean
that's going to go on the
list. That's going to go on the maybe pile.
No, I like diners. So that's.
Yeah, I mean, just going out some places for breakfast. That's not a thing we do.
Oh.
I mean, it was really when I visited my friend in San Francisco, and she took me to a diner, and I'm just like, this is amazing. And we're going to have breakfast. You say we allowed to do this? Go out for breakfast?
Really? You guys don't go out for breakfast?
No. I mean, we do lunch and we do dinner, but breakfast, no, it's not really a thing.
Oh, man.
And if it is a thing, it's definitely a London. Nowhere around here do we go out for breakfast.
Okay. That's interesting.
It's so weird.
Because even in, like, the small towns in America,
I know,
there's breakfast places, and part of that, I think, is the religious community. People are, like, rushing out to get to church, and then they're like, oh, after church, we'll just get breakfast with a few of the other families we know. So, like, no matter how small the town is, if it's big enough to have a church, it's big enough to have somewhere to get breakfast after church.
No, we don't have that sort of stuff at all.
Oh.
So, you know, and, I mean, we have pubs.
Okay, so...
That's our cultural capital there.
So what's funny is there is a diner that was on my list, but it's a weird artistic, like okay, I'm going to explain what this restaurant is, and you're going to be like, what? That is far too trendy and weird. So it is a 6-story restaurant where each floor is like a different diner, and they have different menus on each floor.
That sounds so cool.
And the top is a rooftop bar.
Okay, this is a thing that we would never have.
But the thing is, I realize now that, like, if we don't go to, like, a normal diner, like, some of the, like,
it's gonna be lost.
It's a waste to not do the normal diner too, because I was like, oh yeah, I should take you to this weird restaurant that's like a trippy diner bar, like.
I mean, seriously, the first night there, if they get in, like, because I mean, if they get in before like 8 our time, take them to like a regular diner. And, you know, let them experience that on their first night if they're not knackered, because, that's a journey.
Everybody I talked to who does international flights like that was just like, don't plan anything for the first night. Just have, you know, food and snacks at home and let them pass out.
Yeah, or just, I mean, yeah, it's not fun.
Or wait, were you saying to load it up in here?
Yeah. Okay. Fabulous. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. So, one suggestion I had, I was talking to a friend I have in the software development community who is an American who has been dating a British person for a while. And she suggested taking my British friend to a Costco or a Walmart.
Yes! That's on my list of things to do as well.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
It is, yeah.
So that's not just like a silly suggestion. That's a legitimate thing.
That's because you hear stories, and we don't have that sort of. The closest thing we've got to Asda, which is a Walmart subsidiary.
Well, I saw that you guys do have Costco's in some places.
We do have Costco's. I wouldn't take them to a Costco's, but to a Walmart, like a full service kind of Walmart deal. Definitely, that's definitely a thing that me and my sister are going to do when we go. So
what I can't understand is, how do you have a Costco but not a Walmart? Like, or how could your Costco be comparable to our Costco but not have a economy capable of supporting a Walmart? Like, I don't get it.
Costco is very much here. You get one every 300 or 400 miles.
But so it's still super rare.
It's very, very rare. And you have to, I mean, the whole concept of paid membership in the UK is kind of like a, really?
Yeah, that's
kind of thing.
Part of it, yeah.
So we don't get that a lot. So, should we head back?
Yeah, we can. I was just grabbing some extra for the road.
Yeah.
Not that I'm building a road out of sandstone, but just, you know.
I mean, it's Minecraft, just get away with it. But no, yeah, Walmart is one of those things that is really, really bloody weird.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't normally go to Walmart. Because
I mean,
like if you live in a small town and that's the only option you have, then thanks Walmart. But
that's the only option you have.
Yeah, but like living in Nashville where I have other options, like we've got local grocery stores and stuff like that.
I'll wait in my boat for you.
Thank you, Cleo. I'm on my way. Okay, so
let's go.
So we have on Cleo's recommendation list, we have diner and Walmart. What are other things that I might take for granted as an American that a British visit?
I don't really know because, I mean, those are the big ones.
The big ones are diner and Walmart.
Yeah, because we don't have anything that's comparable. I mean, everything else we've sort of got, we've got, like, Netflix, we've got, like, big cinemas, we've got all,
I wasn't going to take her to a Netflix. I knew that.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Don't pretend that you don't know.
Uh-huh.
Don't laugh at me either, because I'm telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Your big cultural capital is Netflix, IHOP, and Walmart. Don't come to me.
Okay.
And in my house and insult me when I'm a Brit and I've got like blooming Elgin marbles that we've stolen.
Okay. I'm just gonna let you have that one. It's fine.
It's fine because I can't argue.
It's fine because it's true. But okay. So let's do an outro. Well, Cleo, we really got these walls up.
We did such a good job. We did it.
We did it. And I appreciate your advice on creating the necessary emotional walls to deal with British people.
It's like I say, we're British. Tone it down a bit.
I will. Thank you again, Cleo, for all your help. Until next time, y'all. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say it's been a pleasure, but you do your outro. All right, I'll have to do after this, but sure, you do your outro. This is Joe's outro, everybody. Yeah. Do it.
I thought you were doing my outro. Okay. Until next time, y'all. This is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee.
In your face.
Joined by Zombie Cleo. Any final words, Zombie Cleo?
We did it! Yay!
Keep adventuring. This episode was mid-roll ad-free, thanks to $100 a month Patreon sponsor Bioduck. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now provide a poetry writing prompt of my own devising. Tone it down. You can just leave your poem in the comments section of the YouTube comment section below. That's not recursive. That's just kind of like what it